Hi, it's Katie from Midlife Rambler, and today we're talking brows. Like so many women in the 1990s, I tweezed the heck out of my brows and they've never been the same. Plus, as I've gotten older, they're getting thinner and more sparse. So I like to fill in my brows to kind of fake what I don't have anymore. I did a post a few years ago about my brow routine, but I've since refined it and now it's a quick and simple 3-step process that takes me 2 minutes in the morning. So I wanted to share it with you. Filling in your brows is a game changer. Your brows can make your features look more lifted, they can emphasize your eyes, and they can even make your eyes look bigger. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the fact that I'm wearing a full face of makeup because I don't normally do my brows that way. Normally I do my brows first in the morning, then my eyeshadow, and then the rest of my makeup, so that if I have any kind of fallout or anything like that from my eyeshadow, I can easily get rid of it before I move on to the rest of my makeup. But I wanted you to see the difference that filling in your brows can make even when you've done everything else. I also just recently tinted my brows at home, and I do that because I have a lot of light brow hairs and a lot of gray brow hairs. And by taking the time to tint them in advance, I don't have to do some extra work trying to get them to show up when I'm filling in my brows. I do it at home, like I said, and it's super easy, super quick. It takes about 10 minutes. It lasts for about 4 weeks. I'm going to do a video on that really soon because it's really, really easy. I cannot believe I used to pay $45 to get it done at a salon. Let's talk products. I recently purchased a brow kit at Ulta because it had everything I need and everything works together really well. But you probably don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of new stuff. You've probably got a lot of what you need at home. So I'll put options for everything that I'm using today below so you can see if you already have something that will work. Here's what comes in the kit. A regular just brow brush. This one's very normal, so you could easily use one you already had. It's a Morphe 158. I do really like it because it has a really nice fluffy end to it, and it seems to work really well. It also comes with the Morphe brow pencil. This color's in taupe because I like to fill in my brows with a color that's just a little lighter than my regular color so that it's not too intense. So here's the product that you may want to go and buy, and Morphe does sell it separately. Let me make sure you can see it. It's called the Morphe Brow Gel, and it works a lot like Anastasia Brow Wiz or the NYX Brow Glue. It works kind of as a little glue, I don't know if you can see this or not, for your brows. And it makes them look fuller and keeps them in place all day long. This is really and truly the game-changing product for me. I love this product so much, and I feel like people don't talk about it very much. I've never heard anybody else mention the Morphe Brow Gel, and it works just as well as the Anastasia Brow Wiz, maybe better. And certainly as good as the NYX Brow Glue, which is kind of the hot product all over the internet right now. So I really love it. And then here's another thing that I really like too. It's called Morphe Brow Baby. So I normally carve out my brows with concealer because I have a lot of redness around my brows and I want to hide that. But this, which is just a little highlighter pencil, works much faster and better actually at doing just that. It's less messy than concealer, and you don't have to worry about kind of blending it in or using a brush or anything like that. Super easy, and I'll show you that today. Let's get to it. As I mentioned, I've already got on my makeup, and you can obviously see that. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe my brows with a makeup wipe to make sure that I get off any foundation or anything like that that might have gotten on them. While I was doing my makeup. All right, why don't I pull you in so you can see a little bit better. So now I'm just going to take the brush, and I got to get my mirror closer, and just brush the brow up. And then I just take the pencil and start filling in my brows. I start by creating kind of a template for where I want my brows to be, And I do that by figuring out where the front of my brow should be, the arch, and then the end of my brow. So the front of my brow should be in a straight line with the inside corner of my eye. And I'm just going to take my pencil and mark that. And as you can see, I did it pretty intensely, but I'm going to fix that as I go through. And then the highest point of my brow, I'm going to do a diagonal from my nose through my pupil up to my brow, and that should be the highest part. And I'm going to put a dot right there. And then the end of my brow should be kind of at a diagonal from the outside of my eye. I don't really need to put a dot here because I've already got the end of my brow right there. So what I'm going to do now is take my pencil and using short hair-like strokes, I'm going to fill in just below my brow. And then I'm going to go up to the dot and then just come down. And then I'm going to brush my brows again. And then I'm going to do the same thing on top. And then from that point, I'm going to go to my magnifying mirror to help me see a little bit better. I'm just going to take my brow pencil and using very short strokes in the direction of hair growth, I'm going to fill them in. And then in the front, my hairs go up and down, and I don't have a lot of hairs. So really lightly, I'm drawing in some strokes. All right, then let me go back to the regular mirror. I'm gonna take my brush and brush through again to soften it. And I'm gonna clean up where I put that big mark a second ago, just by rubbing it off. And clean up anything that looks a little too intense or fake or not good. And you can already see a big difference. That's just from filling it in. Here's where we're really going to do the magic, and that's with the brow glue. I'm going to take it and see it's kind of goopy. It's really going to hold the brows in. And starting kind of in the middle of the brow, I'm just brushing up. I'm trying to coat every single hair. This is going to make my features, by pushing my brows up like this, it makes my features look more lifted. I'm going to take my brush again and just kind of brush them into place. And I see a couple of places where I need to fill in again, so I'm going to go back in real fast. And then finally, I just take the Brow Baby pencil and draw a line just underneath. And I have some redness like on the outside and above. So I'm going to put a little there too. And then I'm just going to smooth it in with my finger. And then that's it. That's all you need to do. It takes like 2 minutes to do both eyes. I wanted to show you the difference between after and before. It's a huge difference. It makes a big impact on your makeup, and it really acts as a beautiful frame for your eyes to emphasize them. So I'm going to pop off camera and do my other brow, and then I'll come back and we can see the finished look. And here's the completed look. A big difference for just 3 steps. I'm not trying to go for the big thick brows that some celebrities have. I'm just trying to take what I have and make it look a little bit more polished and noticeable. There is one thing though that I'm going to be trying that I wanted to tell you about. I purchased a kit from New Laston. It has 2 serums, one for your brows and one for your lashes. I hope you guys can see that. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's supposed to help your brows and your lashes grow in thicker and fuller in just a very short period of time. And I've heard multiple people say that it really works. This isn't a sponsored post. I really just heard so many good things about it that I wanted to try it. So I'm going to start tonight and I'll report back in 30 days with my progress. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any questions and comments you have below. I love to see them. And don't forget to check out midliferambler.com. We've got tons of great stuff about beauty, fashion, style, and life for the over 40 woman. I'd love to see you there.